Good afternoon, everyone. Your Nana here with Teach Me Nana, and we're on Alternative 3 with our November paper pumpkin. Yes, I think I got that right. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's one of the Christmas trees. It's a peaceful Christmas. So anyway, today is going to be pretty short and simple because instead of making a card, we're going to actually make a gift. Or you could do it also as a stocking stuffer or anything else you want to do. But it's cute, it's quick, and it's simple. So there's no reason why you can't make someone a gift or a stocking stuffer and make someone's day. All right? So with that, let's go down to the hands and let's get started. All right? So what we're doing today is, actually it's the October paper pumpkin, and it's Peaceful Christmas. I think it's just because I guess the month I'm in versus the month it comes out when we do these extra alternatives. But anyway, it didn't matter. All right, so today we're just going to take one of the envelopes. So we're going to take this envelope here, and we're just going to use, you could use the long scissors. I'm using my cutter here because it's just easier for me. My sharpest long scissors are actually my sewing scissors. So all we're going to do is we're just going to shave off the ends of the envelopes on both sides. And the reason for that is I need to make sure that we have this open right here. Okay? And we're just going to do that both sides. We're actually going to do two of these, okay? And I'm going to show you why we're going to do two different ones. Just to give you a different look and everything, and also give you some different ideas. And then, so we have this open here. So now we're also going to shave just a little bit off the end here, because we're going to be wrapping this around something. You could most probably, we can try it. You can most probably just leave it and do something else with it. But for today, this is what I wanted to show you, because this is what got my attention when I did this to begin with. Alright, so at this point here, we're going to want the width of this here. We're going to take and score it this at 1.5 inches off of each end. So there's one thing that's a little bit more difficult for you to do with scissors. Not saying you can't. What you do is you would just fold it over at 1.5 inches. I'm going to score it. You would just fold it at 1.5 inches, and you can see where I get a score line. So that's where you would fold. And then over here, I'm going to turn around and do the same thing. I'm going to score this at 1.5 inches. Alright, I'm going to show you the score line here too. You can actually see on the silver easier there too. Now the other thing is I'm going to shorten it to 6 inches. So it's going to be 6 inches from the end, and I'm going to just take whatever I need off the top. Pretty much just taking off the adhesive part. You can see there's hardly any adhesive left there from the envelope, which is what we wanted. And from there we can put this aside. Now, in my particular case, this is what we're making. And the reason I'm showing that to you is you can do a hole punch. I wanted to do a tag punch in here. You don't have to, but the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tag punch. And I just use this right here. If you want it to be a circle, you can make it a circle. I just wanted it so that I could be able to, for whatever reason, I just wanted to be able to see the candy, whatever I was doing. Sort of like, why did you wear what you wore today when you got up? Well, there must have been a reason. I can't always say I have a reason, but I just wanted to. So that's fine, because most candy bars, just punch it through like that. I got a nice little tag that I can use for something else, and I will. But then when you go to fold this, where we scored it, I got that a little too close to the line. See how I got that's really close to the line there on both sides. But that's okay, it'll still work, okay? So, all I'm going to do, like I did here, is I'm going to take this and I'm going to wrap it around my candy. And you see that because of the fact that we just did the edges there, it gave us a total of, just so that you know, right at a little more than 5.5 inches. Just a smidgen more than 5.5 inches. So when you do that scoring on 1.5, you can see where we had to fold, like right here. So from here, you can use the glue dots. The glue dots work perfectly that come in your paper pumpkin kit. And I'm looking for mine right now. If not, I will go to plan B. Because I got my bling, there's my dots. So all you gotta do is put these on here. I actually just put mine on the edge. I knew it was gonna fold like this. So if you just put them on the edge, and you know, if you get another candy bar that's a little bit wider, you can see that there's gonna be a little bit more room. So you just have to score it differently, or the other option would be is just to fold it around your candy bar so that you know the width you need it to be. And then you just turn around and score it there. So there's two ways you can do it, and we'll do the next one that way so you can see. And see, all I'm going to do is take this here. This has to be super snug, but I just snug enough so that it's an alignment of the top and the bottom there. And see how nice that lines up? And looky there. I got a nice gift. I can put a tag on here, which I'm going to put a tag on this one. And I'm actually going to use the red tag, I think. It doesn't matter. This particular case, I was just going to put one right here that did like Merry Christmas. So let's do that. Let me get my Merry Christmas stamp there. And we will do this. So yeah, so here we got our ink spot here. We're just going to ink it up. You know, and it's very easy. You can put this on dimensionals. I'm not. I'm just going to sit up there and put this on with glue dots on the front. So it's just very simple. Clean the stamps. Yeah, get our stamps nice and clean. Get this on here. And you know, there's some little red twine that came in the kit. You can easily make a little bow or not. You can put bling on or not. It's up to you, because it's something you made for somebody else. It's a gift. That's what makes it special. Don't see anything on that one. Let's see what we got here. Back to this glue dot sticking to me. Alright. I think I glue dot stuck to my thumb. I'll put it right there. Alright. Looky there. Okay. See how nice that is? Now, that is up to you if you want to put anything else in it. I'm not promoting anybody. It's just a bar that I wrapped around. I just have a lot of chocolate lovers, and so that's what we're going to do. Alright, we're going to do another one now. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to trim off the end down here. You can see me here. We're just going to trim it off a smidgen and move all the stuff, my working stuff, out of the way. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to cut it off right down here at the seam here. The score line. The envelope was made. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to score it at 1.5. And when you use something like this, you got to make sure that it's the scoring one and not the cutting blade, because this is the cutting blade, the brown one is. And this lighter tan one is the actual scoring line to score. I have used the wrong one before. That's always an opportunity for creativity. Alright, I'm just going to score it here. Okay, and you'll be able to see my score lines. There's one there, and the one's here. Alright, so I'm going to put this out of the way because we're sort of moving there for the moment. And, oh, I do need to cut it. Sorry about that. You could cut it to 6 inches. Now you could try and see if you have a different size candy bar. I'm just using this one for the example. You can use whatever you want and adjust accordingly. Let me just bring this over here because I need the cutting blade. Okay, now we're through that. Okay, now I can put it out of the way officially. Alright, So what I was talking about earlier is just take whatever candy bar you want. I went ahead and scored this, but if I had not scored it, what you can do is just wrap it like this here and like this here. And if you want the scored lines, then that's fine, because now you know about where you need to score them. In this particular case, I just had already measured mine, and I knew I was going to do more than one because I have more than one peep in my family. I've got a lot of peeps in the family and friends that we like chocolate. So I went for chocolate. It could be I was interested in chocolate at the time too. So yeah, you know. Alright, so when you're making stuff, now see here, this is just as pretty here. And again, I can do the same thing. I could easily put this tag here and then put a white tag across this here. And that would be very pretty. Give it a nice Christmassy winter look. Let's see how that looks for us. I'm going to use one of the thinner ones so that we can see what it would look like. Now this is red. Keep in mind in the kit this is red, but you can flip it over, alright? Many times we take what's in the kit and do something different with it. So see, if I wanted to, I could easily do this right here, and that would work. If it was too long and I didn't like it, that's fine. I could adjust it over, snip it off, and that would work just fine there. The only thing we'd have to do is look and see which of the stamps would fit across there. So that's what you're going to have to look at when you do this. If you want to do something narrow like that, you're going to have to look at this. So this one here says, let's see what it says here. Now, let's see. Maybe it's not going to be as easy for me to see it through here. This says from our house to yours. Or from our home to yours. Okay, so if you wanted to do that, that would be easy to do. Let's see what it's going to look like. Alright, so we're just going to peel it off. I'm actually going to, because this is a very narrow piece, I'm going to actually line this up on my paper here. Find a straight line that I can put it on. Like right there. And then I'm just going to take my block. Yes, just long enough. Yes, we have names on our block. Says, and Zoe and Anna gets together. I like to know what my block is and her block is. So when I go home, I still have my block. Alright, so then we're just going to ink it up. You can do it this way or the other way. Main thing is just get everything coated. Just try to get 3 good taps in there. And then I'm going to go to right here. In this case, I'm going to stamp it. Oh, sorry. This is from our home to yours. There you go. It helps you if you have a little ink there and you see what it says better versus clear. Alright. So, same thing here. Now, I'm going to just adhere this. And the reason I'm just going to adhere this with the glue, I personally didn't want any height. If you want height, you can. I could do height with this easily, and I could do height with this if I wanted to, just to show you what that would look like. Is if I stuck this under here, that'll give you an idea of the height. See there? That's how much it would stick up. If I put this down, this is what the height is that I would get here above it, which that would be nice, just to differentiate between the greens. I could even do that with the other just to differentiate. Let me get a smaller dimensionals. These are just from previous kits. You know, hang on to all your stuff because you always get plenty of stuff. Alright, if I did a smaller dimensional, you see the height's just a little bit different. And let's see what it's going to look like here if I use a mini one. Right, I'm going to go ahead and use a mini on this because it'll help differentiate the platted green from the darker green. Because I really like the plaids during the holiday times, especially when we get closer to winter and Christmas. Just seems to be the right combination. I like the color green anyway, so there you go. Now see here, this is nice. I don't have a window in this one. And then if that bothers you, that little bit of white showing there, what I did last time with the fuzziness is I just took the ink pad like here and I just sort of brushed it across the edges. See if I can do it now that I put it down. Yeah, I'll just slightly go across the edges. It's easier to do if you've done it. If I did it before I stuck it on. But hey, you can still do it. Alright, now for the tag here, I am just going to sit there and put this one down. Since I've got that on dimensional, so I'm just going to do this one with some glue dots. And you can see that it's a little bit longer. So what I will end up doing then, let's go ahead and just snip it. I'm going to snip both ends. Let's see here. Yep, right after the S here. And right before this here. Okay, so that's the difference is if you get something that's really long, and I wanted mine to stay on the package, then that's what you're going to have to do. And then I'm just going to put glue dots on the back of this. And then this will be finished. Now, if you want to use the ribbon, you can, a little twine. I personally am not going to make a little bow. But if you wanted to, the other thing you could do that would be really cute is to take that little red twine and wrap it around the whole thing. So I would still use glue dots in the back if you were looking at that as an option so you didn't have to do that. I would do that because it would keep it closed and keep the candy bar snug in here. And the other thing that I'm going to add to this, besides the red, is I'm just going to add a bling because I can. These are in the kit. I just have more than one kit because I go through a kit between doing Zoe and Nana and doing this on Teach Me Nana. Normally I don't like doing that. I like to just save it for my paper, but I'm just going to put this right up here because I can. And you know what, you can stick it anywhere you want. I'm just going to stick mine right about there. Okay, and then, like I said, if you wanted to put your red ribbon around it, then put your red ribbon around it. If I put red ribbon, I would use one that I already had open, which is here. And I personally would most probably just come around here a couple of times, just so it's got that nice Christmas red to it, and then I would just tie a bow on this side. Now this one's going to, as you can see here, it's not going to land just right, so guess what? I'm going to tie it on the back, and I am going to go old school, the square knot. There's nothing more than left over right, and right over left with a string, and there's your basic square knot. Now see, when I come around here, it just gives it a little bit of red. I can adjust it however I want to. You can stick a glue dot under there to anchor in place. But see, you just got all the colors of the holiday season of Christmas. The red and the green from our home to yours. Alright, so that was simple. No reason you can't give somebody a stocking stuff or a Christmas gift or just thinking of you, because it's very easy to make. So, with that, that is the end of Alternative 3 today for our Peaceful Christmas October Paper Pumpkin Kit. Nana will be live with you next week. This week I'm actually at a conference, and so that's why you're getting me pre-recorded. But I will be live next week. So be sure to like and share, and go check out our YouTube and our Instagram sites. My little techie has been busy working. We've been working on trying to get things out there so it's available for you to go back and easily be able to look at it. All right, see you next week. Be blessed and do something creative and fun, and be sure to share with someone else. All right, bye.